Log recording, 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. It's the 3rd of June, 2023. We were John City, Rosamond, California. Oh yeah, I'm going to get my ass roasted on this one here because the last video I just posted is regarding Florida and its screw-ups. I guess say something about California and its screw-ups. More than that. I can insult the living crap out of my own damn state here. Rents are going up. Housing's difficult to have these days. Water shortages left and right in the western states and the southwestern states. We had to fight over the damn Colorado River. We have to curtail building things. We have homeless people right now. We're going to have people moving out of the states. We're going to have people moving out in different states where they got housing, where they got jobs, where they got education, if there is going to be any education. For the rest of us who are still stuck here, we got to be limiting ourselves left and right with regarding power and water. Not to mention food situations we got going. And yet I rib. No. I didn't rib. I insulted. Verbally assaulted and verbally insulted Florida and every one of its damn residents. They got a bad man. And I'm not talking about the orange gas bag either. I'm talking about DeSantis. He wants the country like what he wants his fiefdom in Florida. And the people cheered and loved him. The same damn shit I've been hearing from other autocratic leaders in history books and also on vids. They want to make their state great. They want this thing great. They want. And the people loved him for it. You want to talk about a theatrical experience regarding this situation? Try the movie Gladiator. When you have a son of an emperor who kills his father, lies about the damn thing, comes into the city of Rome to declare himself to be the emperor over there, and decide to disregarding all the domestic issues that are happening and plaguing the city concerning about sanitation, food, water, shortages that are happening in the place. The emperor gives him gladiatorial games, bloodshed. So I'm seeing Florida and the other southern and the other red states these days. They want the bloodshed. We're not done with it yet. We're sure as hell not done with the damn crap yet. Sorry, nose needs. Give me a second. Sorry about that. We got conservatives trying to curtail anything and everything. They said they need for their rights. Their only rights they want to care about is having more guns and more bloodshed on the streets. They want more cops, but they want to defund federal government. They want to defund the federal. They don't want to defend the law enforcement agencies of the federal government. They still want to keep their sheriff's departments, but they basically want to make their areas a bit fiefdoms, but they also want to maintain theoretical democracy in the Constitution. Oh, I'm sorry, they got a problem with that one there, don't they? So basically, the United States is turning out to be the 1800s. Lawlessness. Except maybe in a few cities, but lawlessness everywhere. And the power of the gun is going to be telling people what you're going to be doing, what you're not going to be doing. And the sheriff will not have the power necessary to take care of it because the laws elected by the people wasn't for the people, it was only for the elitism. People will say that the democracy system doesn't work. Well, the democracy system works if they work it, but they won't work it. So they allow the punks to run and run people out of town and into wherever. Run like scurry rats and bugs. They are in charge. But the problem is when they get in charge, who's going to be serving them? Yeah, I'm seeing it happen these days, isn't it? We got the media people left and right talking about it. Doesn't matter if they're progressives or the corporate media. They're still talking about it. And we're seeing states losing their rights and their liberties and their sanity at the same time. I mean, it really gets to me when I start bad mouthing one particular state and then I have to link it in with the other red states because every one of them are still doing the same damn shit. We got Texas can't get anti-gun laws or any kind of protections for themselves because they got time limits according to their constitution of when their own Congress can come up and try to get new bills introduced. Once the time limit's been done, they got a they got a few years to wait, and then after that, back to it again. And during that time, they got more bloodshed. They got more crap happening. They'll blame others for it, but they won't blame themselves. Florida bitches and gripes, but you know what? They've got their own selves to blame. Every one of the damn red states that we were coming across these days who wanted all this damn autocracy and anti-democracy thing going on, they claimed that liberals and Democrats, which are the same thing, were all wokeism. We're all socialists. Let me tell you something about socialism. And people keep forgetting about how the definition is in these days. They can go online and find a definition themselves, probably in the Urban Dictionary, but I prefer Merriam-Webster. Okay. Get the right mouse for this one. Okay. What are we looking for? Let's go over the definition of socialism. I'm on merriam-webster.com. Okay, synonyms. Synonyms. Any of various egalitarian, and not a word right there, economic and political theories or movements advocating collective or governmental ownership and administration of means of production and distribution of goods. I'm going to take a look at that word again. Egalitarian. No, I'm sorry. Egalitarian. Okay. It's a noun. Wow. But it's a good one. Asserting, promoting, or marked by egalitarianism. This word I hadn't even noticed. Okay, try this one. For back to socialism. A system of society or group living in which there is no private property. There is no private property. A system or condition of society in which the means of production are owned and controlled by the state. A stage of society in Marxist theory that is transitional between capitalism and communism and distinguished by unequal distribution of goods and pay according to work done. Confused? You claim that taxes are socialism. You claim you're paying too much for taxes. Well, you want your roads done? You want your fire departments paid? You want your police department? You want your ambulance? Well, actually, ambulances are run by private companies these days, aren't they? And so are the hospitals. And if you actually have medical insurance, you may be covered. If not, well, you're screwed, aren't you? You'll get billed with a high cost of bills. Unless, of course, you're going to be claiming that you're broke and poor, and then You'll still get theoretical free care if you're lucky enough. Or if you're not lucky enough, just die in the street. People have been doing that. You want to know about democratic socialism? Democratic socialism, a political movement advocating a gradual and peaceful transition from capitalism to socialism by democratic means. So basically, we're going to be turning into socialism. We're going to be allowing some certain party out there to have the more control, and the control's in the state hands and not the people or private sectors. However, you still want your services rendered. You still have to pay taxes for those damn things. So I'm sorry, you can't do that, can you? You don't want to do that. Because it means you got to pay somebody else to take care of the roads for you. Okay, well then you learn how to take care of the roads. You learn how to do paving, and you get the supplies necessary to pave your own roads. Problem is, do you own the roads? No, they're owned by the state. So who's going to pay the state? Comes right out of your taxes. You want the roads? You got to pay for this shit. What about the fire department that takes care of you? Unless, of course, you've got rural fire departments that are run by private entities. And you got to pay for those guys, too. You want your fires burning down? Well, do you have insurance for it? You got to pay for that, too. You want yourself saved by the fire department? Comes out of your pocket. Either the taxes or your insurance company or both. Try this one. According to certain insurance policies out there, you get charged an ambulance ride. Doesn't come for free. In order to get to a hospital, you need to have transportation. You're going to depend upon the kindness of strangers at this point over here, or you're going to be put into a backseat of a pickup truck and rushed right over. You got to pay the gas money. And the cleanup for his truck because you just bled all over the damn place. Of course, if you're sick and you're going to the hospital at this point over here, and you manage to have everybody else around you get sick, well, there's a problem right there. There's an epidemic in there. Oh my goodness, we got an epidemic happening. Of course, it costs money for the medications to get you stabilized. You go into a hospital, go into a hospital system, they're going to be curtailing costs left and right. They're going to have nurse practitioners calling all the damn medical shots. Doctors are few in between. They're not going to have the surgical expertise. You have to be sent to another hospital or try to have another guy coming in there. Maybe he's qualified, maybe he's not. Maybe he's contracted, maybe he's not. He's going to submit the bill to you. And you're going to pay for him. They probably don't want it all at once. You don't have anything on your credit card? Maxed out? That's a problem. He'll take it to court. He'll want his money. Well, you did manage to use an ambulance company to get your ass over there, didn't you? I did say about private ambulance companies. You don't have the insurance, they'll bill you directly at this point over here. Full charges, thousands of dollars just for one simple ambulance ride. You need the oxygen, you need the medications, you need the service, you need the TLC. That'll cost you right there. Your crime's going out of control out there? You going to hire yourself a private security corporation? Money right there. No, you're going to shoot people to death. Okay. So you're going to be investing in weaponry. And you're going to be investing in ammunition for the weaponry. Is the particular weaponry listed as legal or illegal? Oh, you got it from somewhere, did you? Okay, here we go. So now you got your weaponry. And you're going to be demonstrating that in the public. Oops, you got spied on. Didn't count about the vehicle above you, either by a drone or by airplane or by helicopter. You got spied on, guy. So you're outside using your weapon, and here comes their law enforcement. Now either you drop it or you're going to die. You dropped it on the ground. Good. Raise the hands up. There you go. Now you go through a system. You're being arrested. You're given the Miranda rights if you're lucky enough. But you're supposed to have the Miranda rights. They're supposed to tell you what you get arrested for. Your tax money is paying for those handcuffs and putting you into the court system. So here you go. Yeah, you want a public defender. You haven't got the money to afford your own attorney? Why? You don't have the hundreds of dollars in your damn pocket at this point over here to afford an attorney? Shame on you. So now the court appoints a public defender who may or may not care about your damn case. He just wants to get you out of the way so he can get the next schmuck over. You're not guilty? What do you mean you're not guilty? You got you red-handed. They got pictures, they got videos, they got photographs, they got things stemming from the gun seller and gun dealers. They got your transactions, they got records, they got everything tracing it. Your desires, they looked into your back history. They tore your history apart left and right. So now they're trying to see whether or not you're going to be a threat to society or not, just for a simple weapons violation. You fired in public. Oh, of course you're back in the back desert and you had your own little setup and you thought you're protected like crazy and nobody could see you and hear you. Don't you understand guns actually have a ricocheting effect regarding their sound? Somebody heard you. Somebody paid you. Somebody put you through the system. So now you got to depend upon a public defender who's being paid by the public, which means taxes coming right out of your damn pocket. In essence, you're paying for a public defender. Now you got the judge, and you got the prosecutor, and you got the bailiff, and you got the sheriffs over there. You got the rental of the space for a time as you're getting prearranged. You're going through arraignment right now. Oh, so you declare yourself to be non-guilty. Okay, now we got to put you through more of the court systems at this point. Now we got a jury system coming up. The juries are made of all volunteers, whether or not they know you or not. Doesn't matter. If they don't know you, fine. If they do know you, they're kicked off. So now you got 12 strangers going to be taking care of this thing. Or do you have the publicly paid judge who gets elected into office by schmucks like you? Keep that in mind. Public, everything. So here you're going through the system at this point over here. They charge you. Are you going to depend upon the judge, or you're going to depend upon a jury? It's going to be lasting a little longer than that regarding weapons violation. Take the deal. Take a little probation. Don't go through the jail system. Public have to pay by taxes, to pay for jails, to keep the inmates caged up and fed and coming out pissed as hell. Pissed as hell mostly as society because that's how they feel, and the rest of it is inside of them. You're going to be joining them? No, you want probation. First time violation, good for you. You got a record? Oh, you're screwed now. Did you have a probationary officer? Paid public person right there. Paid by taxes. You already been through the system? Paid by people's taxes. And you're screaming, socialism? People are taking money out of your pocket? You realize why? So if it was a first time violation and then you get to be you get to have a probationary officer on your ass. And you got to keep reporting to him. A publicly paid employee. Paid by taxes. So now you got that situation going on. And now you got a record. Ooh, it gets better and better. Did you have a job earlier on? You may have had a job. Did you lose the job? Ooh. Why? Because you're stupid. I did say so, didn't I? So now you're going to have a hard time trying to get another job because of your record. You want to keep private. You want to keep away from everybody else to notice about this stuff. But now you think the system's so screwed up that you got to do something about it. So now you're going to have to be depending upon the public here to help you out. You're going to be needing their tax money to help things out. And you're claiming that Democrats love socialism? You're not realizing what the hell you're getting yourself into now, do you? Oh, no. No, 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 no. We don't want the government. We don't want the government assistance at the point over here. We just want to have fun. We just want to cause more bloodshed. Bloodshed that costs more in spaces, and not to mention air pollution because you got bodies being cremated left and right. Not to mention there's not enough room out there to pop into bodies into the ground. And what about all those damn ceremonies that people have to go through? You got small companies making profit out of people's death. And those people have to do GoFundMe pages, depending upon the charity of others, to help them out. But you're one of the guys who voted in the laws concerning about you want more guns and less enforcement. You want to punish the people who are doing wrong, but if you're doing wrong, you're going to be punished. You didn't think about that one? So now you're going to be running for government if you ever get the chance. And you're going to be depending upon the same damn taxpayers, regardless of political party, to support your ugly ass going into Congress or going into your local constituencies to make changes. You're going to be depending upon tax money. You call socialism, you call it socialism because of the tax money coming out of your damn pocket. You don't even realize the damn costs, do you? The private companies out there that actually feed your ass. They depend upon public. They depend upon the public's charity and kindness at this point over here. Otherwise, they can't feed your ass because they can't get the suppliers paid in order to get the stuff to supply the market. Somewhere in there, to make sure that you're going to get quality food, we have to have quality inspectors, which means tax money, socialism. So now we need federal regulations to make sure that your gas is coming in. You're dealing with the private entities and also the public corporations to make sure that everything else is hunky-dory. Otherwise, you're screwed up on that one. Oh, we haven't even talked about the national stuff, have we? We only talked about the local and state stuff, haven't we? We haven't said anything about certain foreign countries out there that want to still trade with us, one way or another, because they have something we want, and we have something they want. But then you have other people on the other aisle who are saying, we're going to take everything out of you because we're building up our forces to invade your ass. How about that one? Or your people for this one. What are you going to do about it? Tax money! Socialism! Now we got to pay for a military out of our own damn pockets. We got to build up our defenses one way or another. We got to build up the planes and ships and land mass mobile units to protect our own interests and our own neighbors that we're already having people to take care of. I mean, we got tax money, socialism working right now. We want companies and entities and corporations to make as much as they can, correct? You want to make a profit off of your own little enterprise. You got a little business. You already been through the system already that ramrod you because of that damn weapons charge. But now you want to get into the commercialism of stuff. What do you want to do? You want to make the damn guns? Did you just say that? And you're going to be following everybody else? Oh my God. So now you want everybody else's tax money in one form or another just to get your business going. Not realizing that the tax money that you already paid into the system is already paid off politicians at this point. And the politicians love you for it. Because now they're going to be telling you what to do at this point over here. And there goes your chances. But you have a problem with democratic socialism at this point. A democratic socialist. See, that one particular schmuck I saw online grilling people concerning about books to a few educators. I'm thinking to myself, he's not socialist. Why is he doing this shit? I can understand Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders wants the tax situations changed so the little guy doesn't pay as much and the bigger guy pays more. He sees the inequality left and right. He's always been a fighter like that. But the other schmuck who's going to be forcing his own political and religious views down people's throats, that's a socialist? That's a frickin' nut job. But I'm telling you folks, what the reality check is. You want things to change, you're going to have the power to change the damn things. You're going to have to do it. Because nobody else is going to be picking up the damn gauntlet. You got to do it yourself. And you got to understand where the costs are coming from. We're not talking about just the money costs. We're also talking about the human costs as well. Because you got to realize what's at stake and what's game and what's not game. You're going to be preserving, or do you want to preserve or actually make something new? If you're going to be making something new, then you got to fight for that damn thing. If you want change, you got to fight for it. You got to fight, period. But if you're going to start screaming, this is all socialist bullshit, then you're not looking and you're not paying attention enough, are you? I said my piece. I don't know what your piece is.